soul of the bay, that's me. That's us, that's my team. We gon' do it for the bay, though. Forever we faithful. Forever we faithful.
Not again.
Forever we faithful.
Forever we faithful. Niner my gang, whoa, that back came real fast. I feel like Usain Bolt. These teams not like us, they not in the same boat. We beat all the big teams, we got all the big rings. I read in that gold. We born never fold. Grind, stay in that mold. Another ring is the goal. All we do is win, 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 no matter what. It's a scary sight, a Niner jersey and a cut. Faithful to the bay, the Niner gang, yeah, we up, living plush. Soon as you look up, another touch. Damn, it ain't next year, it's all year. Now, crowd full of red, white, and gold, screaming loud. Let's get it in, let's get it in. Niner gang, another win. Let's get it in, let's get it in.
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Very Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Free and joined by me as my co-host, as always, Dion Johnson. How are we doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive, I'm blessed. Both eyes are open. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Another week of the football season. Week 12 is about to start tomorrow. It's my mom's birthday today, so happy birthday to her.
Hey, happy birthday, Mom.
And yeah, let's get right into this. Yep.
Hey, I appreciate you,
yeah, let's get right into it, man. So Niners face off against the Panthers on Monday Night Football in prime time at home, and try to look for another dub and get our playoff hopes up there. We're in the 6th seed right now as we speak of playoffs starting today. Thoughts on what the Niners need to do to beat this pretty decent team of the Carolina Panthers?
So here's the thing. I looked up how many times we played the Panthers. We have played them a total of 23 times. The Panthers are actually up on us 13-10. So they've beaten us 13 times, and we have not. We've beaten them 10. Hey, man, I appreciate you, media. Thank you to any and everybody that subscribed, man. Trying to continue to keep that number going up, man. We're trying to do the same thing for my boy over here with the Forever Faithful Podcast. He already, passed that 7. Let's get him to 8. We try to get to that 1,000. So, for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Them having a couple of little extras there. What's going on, Throwback? Having a couple of little extras there, just 3 extra wins over us. It's not bad. This is definitely going to be a bit of a rough game here. The Panthers are a sneaky team. They've been playing very well as of late. They are 6-5 coming off of the divisional win against the Falcons. And looking at their record, it's just a little odd. They've taken some beat downs and only given out 1. That was a 30-zip butt whooping they put on the Falcons earlier in the year. Their wins or losses are either close by a few points or they get obliterated like they did when they played the Bills. Tommy lost 40-9. Tommy in here, you fairy. But they got some superstars, man. They got some superstars in there, bro. McMillan, that wide receiver who was playing fantastic this year and ended up coming back, Rico Dowdle has balled out this year. Dowdle has 5 rushing TDs this year and is already over the 800-yard mark, almost solidifying the fact that he has, he's going to be 1,000-yard rusher this year. McMillan is at 748 yards, 4 TDs on a year. With 6 games left, it's realistic that he could be 1,000-yard receiver as well. So the thing we're going to have to do basically is, go ahead and stop Bryce Young and make sure that we contain McMillan and we don't let Rico Dowdle run all over us. Now, our run defense is not necessarily the best, and Dowdle has been moving and grooving when it comes to the Panthers. He currently is averaging 75 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's got the 5 TDs. So that's going to be one of our key things is to stop Rico Dowdle. And the reason being is because we have a really bad run defense. And unlike the Cardinals, I don't think that, I don't think the Panthers are going to come out throwing the ball all day in game. I think the Panthers are going to look and say, you know what? They got a weak run defense. We got a solid back. Let's attack what their weakness is, which is smart, which is what you would do.
Right.
But they've got those guys. They've got a few other dudes here and there. But I mean, they have a receiver. They have the other receiver they have is Xavier Leggett. But when you look at the yardage between him and McMillan, it's insane. Like it's almost 500 yards of difference. Now he's caught 3 touchdowns, but doesn't have a lot of yardage. When you come down and take a look at it, they got a couple of tight ends, Tommy Tremble, Jatavion Sanders. So they use those guys just for the blocking purposes, just kind of like we use George. They use them a little bit in the pass game too, but nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? So honestly, if we can shut down McMillan and shut down Rico Dowdle and, just contain Bryce Young, this should be a very easy Monday night win. And the beauty of it is we at home, baby. We in the Bay. So, 49er faithful, show up, show out, rep the squad, make sure that the Panthers can't hear anything. I want them on a silent count from the moment they snap. So you tell me what you think we need to do as well. We'll grab something real quick.
Yeah, for sure. So if you guys haven't yet already, just real quick, for those of you on X, hit that repost, hit that like button. Really appreciate it. It helps out the algorithm on X as well. And we can't see your chat if you're chatting in X. So go over and hop on over on YouTube for Faithful Podcast or Niner Gang Podcast. We'll see you chat there. Hit the like, subscribe button on both channels as well. Really appreciate that. Like Dion said, we're trying to grow, trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers eventually. So please do that. But yeah, going back to the game, I think, dude, if we could start off the way we started off last week against Arizona with a nice kickoff return and just have the offense humming, we should be good. And if the defense could play the way the defense played last week against Arizona, yes, I know it's a division game and all that stuff, but for the first time, they actually looked really good in a really long time. So if we could do and get some pickoffs on Bryce Young, bro, we should get this win in the bag. But like you said, dude, we gotta watch out for Dowdle. That's how you say his name, right?
Dowdle, yeah, Rico Suave.
And also, let's go ahead and bring up our guy, 49er Media. What's going on, brother?
Hey, media in the building. Let's go.
Ate it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Together. There we go. Loving the beard, media. I like how it's coming in, brother. Keep it, man. Don't shave it, bro. Keep the beard, bro.
So, real quick, as long as we could contain T-Mac and Dowdle, we should be okay. And like I said, dude, just defense come out humming like they did last week, and offense come out humming like they did last week. Media, let's get your thoughts, and I'll bring up the injury report afterwards. What do you think?
So are we talking whole game, or were you guys just talking?
We're just trying to figure out what we need to do to be able to beat the Panthers.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So we need your thoughts as well, brother.
My biggest thing is, and you guys know how much I love this guy, is you got to watch out for Tetero McMillan, T-Mac, because the thing is, he's not just your usual wide receiver in terms of, maybe he doesn't have the biggest, like the best speed, but just the way he is physical, because he can go up and get it. The way his hands, like he got paws, but he got long hands. For sure. So I think that's definitely who I'm watching out on their offense, especially in the receiving game. I mean, even Xavier Leggett's been, pretty solid for them, I feel like. But yeah, you guys brought that up. The running game, that's where I'm concerned the most at, because Rico Dowdle, man, like ever since what's his name? The other running back that they have, Chuba Hubbard, right? Like Rico Dotto, man, just took that job and is continuing to look really, really
He
good.
really did. Yeah, he really did.
I don't
pretty
know
good.
much about their defense, to be honest. But it feels like their defense has been solid this year as well. So definitely not an easy game, I'd say, for the Niners. Like,
It
I
should be
really
a-
think this is going to be a high scoring game, though, just because I don't think both defenses, obviously the lack of pass rush for the Niners and then the Panthers
truly,
defense kind of.
truly the only real beatdown the Panthers gave are only against the Falcons. Every other
that was
team
that
that
30 to nothing ass whooping they put on them.
they like have the Falcons number for some reason. I don't know what it is, but everybody else like they play, it's like always up and down type of thing. So let's look into the injury report.
Hold on 1 second there. Before we get to the injury report, media, were you done with your thoughts there, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we didn't want to cut you off, bro. Yeah, so the injury report here is probably the simplest thing. You know what I mean? Anybody that didn't practice ain't playing. But everybody on their list literally looks like they're pretty much going outside of they've got 2 linebackers and a defensive tackle that are not going to play, obviously. If they didn't participate in practice by Friday, typically that means you're going to be out. Just from NFL standard, that's just the way that it works. Now, if you look at us, we can't win for losing as always. Our injury list is ridiculously long. So Robert Beal is in the concussion protocol, so he ain't playing.
Wonderful.
Tatum Bethune definitely is not playing because he has a high ankle sprain, so we already know how that works. Luke Gifford, he was limited in participation, but let me explain something really quick before I go on to any of these other guys. You know what we don't need? Luke Gifford. We don't need you because we have somebody who is in here looking a little bit better in that 4-5 than media's favorite player, Nick Martin. Yeah. I'm going to take a sidebar and stay. He looked, yes, 1,000%, bro. You ain't never lied. I'm going to take a sidebar, bro. Bring this down real quick, B-Dubs, and we'll bring it right back up and finish it off. Nick Martin did exactly what I said he would do. I told people, sometimes you're just not a special teams cat, bro. It's just not, it's not you. Certain things work for certain people. Some people are better at different things than they are at other things, just in life. But what I will tell you is Nick Martin is good at one thing that we always have a problem with. It's called tackling and wrapping them up. Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh both said there was only one play in coverage that they saw where he messed up. Other than that, he was solid. So hopefully this gives them enough of an understanding to know, hey man, we've been sitting this dude on the bench all year. He's been I think he was a healthy scratch for the first 6 or 7 games. Yeah, bro, I can't deal with Tommy, but I'm very happy that Nick Martin got on the field. I loved everything that I saw because in person, it was insane. He was around every single tackle. If it wasn't him, he was in the vicinity. And he was a tackling machine in college. Shout out to you, Jason, for that. He's a tackling machine all preseason long. That last preseason game, you couldn't stop him. If you got anywhere near 4-5, you was going down. So for me, I'm very happy about that. But like media, what do you think about this, bro? Because I'm ecstatic. Yeah. I'm ecstatic. I know he went 4-5, and I know it hurts your heart a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? It's up to his
that whatever 33 he's wearing in with the New York Giants just looks so weird with the DFF. But anyways, I thought Nick Martin, man, like. That's a thing in preseason, and I get it. It's preseason, but he just looked like he was getting better. And I actually think that it was good that Nick Martin was sitting out in the last few weeks. And I'm fine that Kyle Shanahan said, he needs to be better on special teams because that just means that teams are going to try to prepare for that more than what because, like, he's not playing on defense. So honestly, I like this because the fact that when you look at the Niners, I think they're like linebacker university, because these guys sit for a few weeks and then they're jump right in. Like, I think if D Winners hadn't gotten hurt and, it was just a different situation because we still had Dre Greenlaw, I think D Winners would have been in there. Like, if Dre Greenlaw, wasn't with the Niners or anything. I just think that this team, like, again, just sitting these linebackers for a few weeks has actually been a really good thing, because I think literally every linebacker I feel like I've seen that the Niners have tried to, develop, and obviously still developing, is you sit them down, you bring them in, and they've looked good. And again, I wasn't concerned that Nick Martin sat for the first 2 weeks. I just hope, Kyle Shanahan continues to play him. And I mean, I believe they said that Curtis Robinson will be starting this week. So it would be D Winners.
Yeah, he is the
Curtis
Mike.
Robinson, and then
Curtis is going to be our Mike this week.
Yeah, and then Nick Martin.
Yeah.
What you feel about this, B-Dubs? Don't be sitting there silent, brother. You got to talk to us, man.
Well,
This
first
is a
off,
tackling machine.
This is for media right here. Okay.
Well, so can I just? I mean, I'm sure we're gonna talk about this situation, so I'll actually just save it for, because I got something to say about B. I got something to say when we talk about
and
B.
we going in. We gonna talk about this game first. We gonna get all our points out. We gonna figure all that out. But we going in. But what do you think about Nick Martin right now, B-Dub?
Dude, Nick Martin's what we all said, bro. Motherfucker's a beast. Like, he was all over the field last week. Dude, every single play that happened, I see 45 right there for the tackle. What are we doing? What were we doing? Healthy scratching him all week, all freaking season. He's good.
There are times where what people do confuses you. Maybe while he was, a healthy scratch, they were working on certain things with him. We don't know. We're not in the building. We don't know. So all we can do is speculate. But at the end of the day, I love what I see from Nick Martin. I want to see a lot more. And Robert Saleh, look, man, Nick Martin, you know what? I'm going to give Nick Martin a nickname. Nick Martin's nickname is Bobby Boucher. You know why? Because Nick Martin got a lot of tackling fuel. Okay? I don't care if Nick Martin is out there looking at every team, looking at the players on the other side of the field, and instead of envisioning somebody to piss him off, he's envisioning all the teams that passed on him, and that's why he's upset. I don't care if he lets out that wild, screechy yell that Adam Sandler let out in The Water Boy while he hits people. I just know Nick Martin, a.k.a. Bobby Boucher, got a lot of tackling fuel. Well, bring that injury list back up there, man. I just had to talk about that dude, man. I was so impressed with what I saw. It was just fantastic. So, be honest with you, the people that you see on the list that didn't participate, definitely, we know Eddie P ain't playing. That's kind of obvious. But look at this. You got full participation. I mean, but CMC, they just give him
it was just like a vet day off kind of thing.
Now, here's the thing. You got full participation from Ricky Pearsall, which is good. That means that he's continuing to be all right. Nothing wrong with Brock Purdy. Nothing wrong with Curtis Robinson. He was good. Trent, good, but once again, probably just resting him. D. Winters, full participation. So, I mean, we're good. We're good. We just, the nice thing that I see here is I didn't see anybody else on this list that was on our defensive line outside of Robert Beal. And I mean, he did okay. He looks like he's improving a little bit, but I'm not going to cry if Robert Beal is on the field.
Yeah.
It's not really,
I don't know. To me, it's just like at this point, we just need bodies at edge that I'm just like, it would be nice if we didn't have more injuries, like even though he hasn't been, really anything.
We just have the key for us when it comes to this. You can take the injury report down. I think we're done with it pretty much. The key for us is we got to get home.
Yeah.
I have watched us collapse pockets, but we're just not finishing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last game, beautiful thing. 2 interceptions. We got the fumble from Upton Stout. That is fantastic. I'm loving the turnovers, but we got to put pressure on the quarterback and actually sack them. We got to get to the quarterback and finish the job. We cannot keep getting there and getting close, but never finishing the job. That's going to be a big key for us in this game because Bryce Young can run.
Yes,
he can.
If he needs to.
And he's tiny too.
Yeah, he isn't a natural runner like that, but I think he's 5'11"?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Somewhere around like 5'11". But he can run. And we always have an issue with running guys. But you know what we got? Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher, if he on the field, you ain't running nowhere. He's got sideline to sideline speed, and he can do everything that we would like him to do. So I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and let Nick Martin chase him down. I guarantee he'll catch him.
Tommy said he'd rather.
I'm not mad. So I get what you're saying there. I completely get what you're saying. But for me, we still need, like, the sacks got to build.
Yeah.
We got to make people fear our defensive line again because they just look at us like they'll get close, but ain't nobody getting home.
Right.
And that's how we look.
Yeah. So how do we attack on defense to be sure?
Yeah, Mike tripping a little bit. I can't hear you. You muted yourself. Unmute.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does our defense do this? How are they going to contain Bryce Young to at least stay in the pocket? Trap the pressure on them.
Go ahead, Media.
I think Alfred Collins, man, is a key factor for this game. And this guy, man, even though they made the field goal, dude, I just love what he's doing, like, on special teams too, by the way. But yeah, I think Alfred Collins, man, is my key. If CJ West ends up playing again, not being inactive, maybe he's another. I actually really think that the inside of the pocket is the key, in my opinion, to stopping Bryce Young.
Okay, so you're saying that their guards and their centers are their weak points on that offensive line. Okay, I like that. For me, I'm going to say this. You're going to need to bracket McMillan.
Yeah.
I like Demo. I like Renardo. I'm not putting that dude one-on-one with neither one of them.
100%.
See, here's the one thing. I've told y'all about my love for the Polynesian community plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Samoans, Tongans, Hawaiians, you know what I'm saying? All of them, you know, the cats down in the Netherlands, all that. McMillan is cold, okay? If you look at what McMillan is doing, it's almost the same as what Puka Nacua did last year. And we know that big Tongan can play some football. Pause. But for me, from a DB standpoint, I'm looking at it. You know, I got a lot of love for you, Jason. Yes, sir. But for me, my thing is I would bracket McMillan. I would make sure they always have safety help over the top on him. And this would be, if I'm Robert Saleh, my message to my linebackers is, if you see him, hit him and hit him hard. Like, make him be afraid to come across that middle. You know what I'm saying? There you go right there. What do I always say? If you don't get home, bust the rhymes. Put your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wilding in the place to be. This is what you do. So if you don't get home, get your hands up. Try to get your hands in those throwing lanes so he can't see. I would bracket McMillan, and I would make sure that the middle of our defensive line is as stout as we can be. I don't think CJ West going to be inactive because I don't think we can make him inactive because we just ain't got enough bodies. So I believe CJ West will play. I believe we'll have Alfred Collins in there. Bryce Huff is there. We got Samuel. Still got Kevin Givens. Like, we're good. So for me personally, I would make sure we take care of McMillan. and make sure that if we can shut down McMillan and Rico Dowdle, we're not going to have to really worry too much about Xavier Leggett, and we're not going to have to worry too much about these tight ends. Their production is low. Do they use them? Yes, but their production is extremely low. So focus on those things from a defensive standpoint, and we should be okay. And to be honest with you, from me to Robert Saleh, start letting Demo travel, bro. Let that kid travel. Wherever McMillan is, I want to see number 2. And I'm only stating that because it makes more sense to allow him to be able to travel. He understands the defense all too well. So if he understands defense like that, then okay, let's go ahead and let him travel so we can do the things that we need to do. And he can be able to keep on that guy. Because he had a great interview the other day with Mayoko. Fantastic interview. Love what he was talking about. Love what he was saying, just initially being the dude. Because we got to remember, if you take it back, a lot of people thought Demo wasn't even going to be able to make it onto the team. Why? Because Ambry Thomas randomly showed up and showed out. Ambry Thomas turned into a pumpkin. Demo turned into a star. Things happen. So the key for that is people don't ever give up on your dreams, because though there might be somebody in front of you kind of blocking it, just keep working and you'll get there. But those would be my things from a defensive standpoint. And on offense, and we're going to rotate that back around. On offense, I'm going to say this, period, point blank. You need to feed your usual suspects like you always do. Feed Kittle, feed CMC, feed Ricky Pearsall, you know what I'm saying? Feed Jawan Jennings, hit KB a few times, feed the Juice, all of that. Feed these dudes so that they can go in there and help you get this W. Spread the love around. Remember to keep reminding people that Juice is a threat. They were as a fullback. I'm so sorry. And you know how the crowd every time I cut out.
Yeah. So we missed you coughing if you were coughing.
Oh, good. That's perfect. But feed those dudes. Give Juice the ball. We want to hear the 49er fans, screaming Juice, because we always do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a lot of people taller than me, Tommy. Thanks for stating the obvious, fucker. But like he making it seem like he said something different. Like he went out there and put out some brand new news. Note to self, somebody's taller than me.
Dion's short.
Right? Like media is taller than me. What do you mean? You 6 foot?
No, I'm like 5'8".
Are you 5'8"? Yeah. Media a little bit taller than me too. But on offense, use every weapon you have to confuse this defense. The defense doesn't really have too many dogs on it. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's no disrespect to their defense. Right now, their leading sack go-getter is a guy named Nick Scourton. He has 3. They got Ashawn Robinson over there. Man, I ain't heard that name in a minute. He's got 2.5. Tershawn Wharton, he's got 2. They've got a little bit of everything going on here. You know what I mean? Of course.
God damn it, Jason.
You got J.C. Horn. He's got 3 interceptions. So, we got to be worried about a few small things, but the defense isn't, there's not a lot to be too truthfully worried about. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mindful with J.C. Horn because he can pick the ball off. You know what I'm saying? It's odd. It's crazy that he plays DB, but his daddy played wide receiver. So, you know what I mean? But that's me. What do you think we should be doing on offense, media?
I think definitely CMC, obviously. I think he's going to have a revenge game. Use him in the passing game a little bit more. Would love to see more Brian Robinson. Passing wise, I don't know. I guess I feel like we just do something similar like we did last week versus the Cardinals. Feed George Kittle. get Ricky Pearsall the ball because I know he didn't really have much going last week, which that's fine. It was good to at least see him out there. It's great that he's full participant. So yeah, get him the ball as well, and I guess get it the ball out quick because I feel like this Panthers team is a little sneaky and underrated when it comes to their defense, even though their defense has been kind of up and down.
I was gonna say this is gonna be Purcell's breakout game. He's gonna have a career fucking day.
Like it.
Especially after the bullshit that we just heard yesterday.
Dude, we need to talk about that.
We will. Don't worry. We will. Dion, you're on mute, brother.
Yeah, we almost there. We're gonna get there. So I glad you brought that up though. Yes, this could be a nice little revenge game for CMC. When they interviewed him, he was saying, you know, there's a couple people there that he still knows and whatnot, and it'll be nice for him. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty sure the crowd in Carolina is going to, you know, roar when they see him on the field. He was there for so many years. That's where he was drafted. That's where he started. And, you know, he did a lot of good things for them, man. So it's crazy that, you know what I'm saying, things, you know, didn't work out for him there. But, I mean, I'm glad he's here. I love what he's doing. And, you know what I mean? Hopefully the crowd is showing him some respect and a little bit of love. He was there for a good long time. He was their running back. They even played with Cam for a little bit. Not long, but I think he played with him for a little bit.
I think it was only 1 year.
Yeah, I think it was that's what I said, not long. But X factors in this game for me, for defense, the X factor is going to be our defensive backfield. I'm going to put it on Diamador Lenore. I think he's going to have himself a game. I think the hyena goes out there and laughs his way to about 2 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? On offense, it's the offense in general. That's what I'm going to state. It's going to be the offense, period. They are going to be the ones to lead us to this victory. I don't think our defense is going to have to do much outside of, you know, what we stated, but I think the whole offense is going to be eating. I think we're going to actually spread that love around. We're going to get it to Jennings, Kittle, you know, CMC. I believe we're going to hit Pearsall a couple of times, you know, and those are the things that I'm seeing. But what do you think for X factors, B-Dubs? What you got?
Jesus Christ. Fucking my ass can't fucking talk today. You're thinking I'm all fucked up over here. Anyways, my X factor is going to be the whole offense as well. Because honestly, that's technically what we got to rely on the rest of the season, just because our defense is so fucking beat up. I think my main like X factor, you know, I did say offense. I'm gonna say Brock Purdy. It's the way that man played last week, even though yes, it was a divisional game. Yes, it was Arizona.
Yep.
He had the offense fucking humming. Like, honestly, like we're just going down the field like crazy. So we can just do that again this week. We should be okay and score as many points as we did last week. Is how we're gonna win. Plain, point, and simple, honestly. And then on defense, I'm gonna say I need the line to get to the quarterback. We have not had a lot of pressure on the quarterback this year, even when we were healthy, and it's a problem because it doesn't help the DBs in the back, right? So the line needs to pressure Bryce Young and get a couple sacks for sure. What about you, Media?
I'm gonna go with offense first. I think I agree with you, man. Brock Purdy. I think just the fact that he's back and like the way the offense just looks now, even though it's been one game, I like you said, the offense is going to have to be the reason of why we win these games. They're going to have to carry, just because the fact that the defense, right, even if they're able to force some turnovers, there's just not really any pass rush, or at least it's very inconsistent. Defense, that one's tough. I'm actually gonna go with D winners. I think the fact that like I expect them to run the ball quite a lot. Not saying that T Mac won't get the ball, but the fact that I think D winners is going to have to plug those holes. Tariq O'Donnell and even
especially
I
the
think
middle of
in
the
the
field.
and then I think even the passing, situations, like watching out to see where T Mac is going, because I would think he's gonna be the main guy now, right? Getting the calls
Right.
now that Tatum Bethune is out. So yeah,
Yeah, because they have Curtis Robinson is going to be our mic, so he's going to be the ones making the calls. But of course, D Winters is still going to have his stuff that he has to do. It'll be great, to see that linebacking core. We'll have Nick Martin out there too. What were you going to say, BS?
No, I just want to kind of bring this up a little bit because I'm so tired of the continuous hate that my fucking quarterback gets all the fucking time. But for example, Josh Allen had a fucked game on Thursday night, right? 2 interceptions. Anybody fucking talk shit about him? But when Brock Purdy fucking does it, it's dude, he sucks. We shouldn't have paid him that money. Oh my god, he's fucking horrible. He holds onto the ball too long. He gets sacked. He can't do shit. Blah 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 blah. Man, fuck you guys. Honestly, you guys don't know how to talk ball.
All right.
Fucking good ass quarterback fucking does the same exact thing. You guys give him a fucking pass. Brock Purdy's up there with them, motherfuckers. I'm sick and tired of this disrespect my quarterback's getting. He deserves that money. 100 fucking %. Just like how you guys said Jimmy Garoppolo fucking deserved his fucking money. What the fuck did he do? He didn't take us to Super Bowl. Our fucking run game and defense did. Sorry, but it's true. Sorry, I just had to crash out real quick.
That's all right, man. Hey, every now and then we get on the soapbox, bro. I wasn't about to interrupt it. I was looking like, hey, look, let B-Dubs cook, man. Let him cook.
I'm just so sick of these fucking content creators talking so much shit about Brock Purdy. The guy's fucking good especially for fucking last pick in the draft.
Yeah, exactly.
He's taking us to this fucking Super Bowl. His second year?
Second year, and possibly could have taken us there.
Not a run game, not nobody. He did.
Yeah.
So here's my thing with that. They're going to continually do it.
Oh no, I know.
And it's the stupidest thing ever because Josh Allen's had some bad games in general this year. Can we say there is a quarterback, dare I say, that may not make the playoffs this year?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, not in the playoffs. If they lose this game versus the Colts, they playoff chances go from way up here to way down there.
Yep. Hey,
I'm just going to throw that out there. You could see an AFC playoff picture where Kansas City
is not in there.
In it.
I'm going to be so happy.
To be honest with you, while I'm on the topic of that, this is a must-win game for the Colts. The reason being, you shut down all your haters. People have been crapping on the Colts and their record. Look who they played. They ain't played nobody. Blah, 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 blah.
I could say the same thing for the Rams.
At the end of the day, I have said this before. I will say it again. I don't make my schedule.
Exactly.
I play who they tell me to play.
Exactly.
If I made my schedule, it'd be different. But I don't. So don't malign me because they made the schedule that way. What do you want? What do you want the teams to do about that? At the end of the day, this is the reason I state this a must-win for the Colts is because this is a statement game for them. If you can knock off, big bad Mahomes and Reed and Spagnuolo, and you can have Jonathan Taylor out there balling, and you can have Michael Pittman balling. If you can do that, you don't shut the door on their playoff hopes because they still got a chance. But believe me, instead of that door being wide open, it goes from that to cracked. So that would be fantastic, man. But all in all, I think we get the dub in this game. I think we do beat the Panthers on Monday Night Football. You
Me
know,
too.
Brock's usually good under the bright lights. You know, at least we don't have 10 in there screwing shit up.
Also, too, real quick, if I'm doing this right, there might be a quarterback controversy in Houston. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm doing that right?
Looks like the 49ers had a quarterback named Mac Jones who played fairly well. Looks like Houston got a quarterback named Davis Mills making a name for himself, too.
I'm doing that right, Dion? Right?
I'm just throwing it out there, but this is the thing.
Just saying.
Here's the thing. There was never a quarterback controversy here, and it definitely ain't one in Houston. I would shut that down. You know why?
Exactly.
The minute CJ Stroud's healthy, he's going right back in.
Yeah.
There's no stopping that. And the minute Brock Purdy was healthy, he was going right back in. Now, mind you, CJ has not gotten that next contract as a starting quarterback. But at the end of the day, they know who's the guy. But shout out Davis Mills for balling these past couple of games. Shout out Houston's defense.
Dude, Houston's defense is not to be messed with, bro.
Bro, like when you play them, like you don't know what to do because you don't know where it's coming from. They are great in every which way. And I can tell you right now, one of the players they got, I begged, I pleaded, I prayed, I did everything I could. I just wanted Danielle Hunter. That's all I wanted. I just wanted Danielle Hunter. Could you imagine if we had a healthy Bosa, a healthy Bryce Huff, and Danielle Hunter in the middle? And then you go ahead and throw in Alfred Collins right next to him? Bruh. Like, that would have been absolutely insane.
Yep.
But now on to something we got to talk about, man.
The diva himself.
I got some words to say for that.
My boy Media said he got some work for him. I think we all got some work for him, but I'm going to go ahead and read some information here. Shout out Nick Wagner. Wide receiver Brandon Ayuk has yet to return to the San Francisco 49ers after suffering a devastating right knee injury in October of 2024. With 6 games left in the regular season, it's increasingly possible he won't play for them again. During training camp, the 49ers voided Ayuk's guaranteed money for 2026 because he had not been meeting the requirements of that deal, a league source said Friday. The Athletic first reported the contract alteration, which includes an option bonus worth $24.935 million. That bonus originally became guaranteed April 1st of this year and has now been voided. Ayuk is also scheduled to receive a $1.215 million base salary and has bonuses for workouts and per game appearances. But it is unclear whether any of that will be paid, as the voiding of his 2026 guarantees clears the ways for the Niners to part ways from him. Now, Coach Kyle Shanahan said during training camp that the team hoped that Ayuk will return to practice sometime around week 7. On Monday, Shanahan said Ayuk's status hasn't changed. Brandon's just week to week when he had such a big injury like that. Just waiting until he's fully healthy, fully comfortable to come up and start practicing. Here's my thing with this, okay? Because I just want to talk about some numbers real quick. And B-Dubs, let me share this real fast, if you don't mind. People, these are Brandon Ayuk's career numbers, okay? Brandon Ayuk played 12 games in 2020. The next 3 seasons, he pretty much played just about every game. And then in 2024, he didn't play. Brandon Ayuk, over his career, has amassed 294 receptions, 4,305 yards, 25 touchdowns. He has broken the 1,000-yard mark back-to-back seasons, 2022 and 2023. He's never broken double-digit TDs in a season. He's averaging catching the ball about 65.9% of the time, 9.7 yards per target. These are some things that we have here. So, in 5 years in the NFL, you got about 4,000 yards. But here's my thing. You took us on a roller coaster ride last year because you wanted your money. We gave you your money. You get injured. Mind you, people, this is not a simple injury. This wasn't one, but 3 things.
Yep.
ACL, I believe, meniscus,
MCL.
and MCL, right?
Yep.
So here's my thing. Even with all of those injuries, you should have been busting your butt to get back on that field. And what this tells me is you haven't been.
Well, we did see him on the practice field when they were practicing doing his thing earlier in the season.
That's because he's there to rehab. So if I see you out there doing a couple of things here and there, that's fine. But then we get reports that you're not showing up for team meetings.
Mm-hmm.
You're not holding yourself to your contractual obligations. We don't see you at games. You don't come out with the team to practice. None of that. And what this says to me is we wasted a first-round pick. We went back up in the draft to go get you. And we only moved up on the BS that somebody told us that Green Bay was going to draft you. Green Bay ain't drafted the first-round wide receiver in God knows how long. And Green Bay fleeced us and drafted Jordan Love. And my big problem with this is, why wouldn't you want to get on the field to go earn your money? Why would you make this such a big deal? Why would you openly come out and state at the end of the day, yeah, I made it a little harder than it had to be toward the end? Why would you do all of this? You're a grown man. Be a grown man. Get out there, earn your money. You can't get paid millions of dollars. You can't cry, complain, moan, all that. And what you're doing is the opposite of what a good person does. You sat up here and made all that fuss, put Niner fans, you had Niner fans at each other's throats. Nah, man, keep him. Nah, don't do this. You had Kyle Shanahan run upstairs, John Lynch, and say, whoa, don't do it. Full stop. For what? For you to sit here and do this? Now I get it. Those 3 injuries all in one, especially on one leg, is rough. But I don't doubt that Brandon Ayuk could have already been on the field by now. I honestly think he could have. But I think when they voided that, he started to be crybaby. He started to act like a diva. And for me personally, I don't appreciate that. You got what you wanted. We gave it to you. All we asked you to do was hold up your end of the bargain, and you couldn't. Now, here's the thing. We need to make sure that this dude, we get some kind of draft capital in return. We're going to have to trade him. We're going to have to make sure he can pass the physical. But
what's he worth?
To me, Brandon Ayuk is dead to me now. I'm sorry, I'm done. I don't have time for you. I don't care. I don't care that you're upset. I don't care what you got going on. I'm sorry, bro. You played these diva games one too many times. You've made it to a point where you're no longer likable. I don't need to see you on the field. And now we basically got to sit up there. We literally our receiving core is depleted as it is. And we just got to go out there with whoever we got and see what we can do. But at the end of the day, he said, you can get him out of our building. I don't like him. And I'm done with the crybaby stuff.
Did you see that?
Say what?
He's not signing his grievance either.
Oh no, yeah, he get that automatically tells you that he definitely wants out.
Yeah.
If he's not filing a grievance, bro, look, that's $24 million. You best believe I'm filing a grievance, damn it. You ain't taking my $24 million. I'm finding a way to get that money. But media, you wanted to go in, floor is yours.
I'm not surprised because he went to ASU. I'm just gonna say that, bro. That's why Ricky Pearsall transferred his ass out and went to Florida, bro. So I ain't surprised, bro. But anyways, yeah, I think the whole thing about like they had multiple options on the table, right? Trades, Patriots, Steelers, Browns, right? And he declined every one of them. It wasn't like the Niners were going out there and saying, we're trading to you, whoever we want. We'll let you either sign the contract or you. It's at least that's what it seemed like, right? He was going to basically pick where he's going. And then Kyle Shanahan, like you said, Dion, ran upstairs and said, hold on, do not trade him. But there's two sides that have to agree with it. So if BA truly was like, I just don't want to be here anymore, why'd you not stop that from happening and say, no, trade me, right? I just think that, like, if he really didn't want to be here, because, yeah, like you said, dude, the way he was just acting, man, like, at first I was like, okay, he just wants his money. But then the fact now this comes out and it's getting really weird because Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch both were like, week to week. And you knew John was fed up too, right? When he did that presser, like right before he finally signed, where he's like, he's got to practice. I think, I don't know, man. It's just such a weird thing that it comes out all the way now. And that they voided his contract like during training camp too. It's not like they've done it the last few weeks. But yeah, just get him out of here, man. I don't think they're going to get anything for him. I think he will get released post June 1st designation, and the Niners will get that salary as much as they can back. Because I believe what David Lombardi said, they get like 80 million, I think, back.
Yeah.
And so I obviously it sucks, and I blame all three sides because the Niners had options too. Brandon Ayuk had options too. And at the end of the day, I don't think the Niners should even pay Jawan Jennings. I will say that. Don't pay these Devo like wide receivers. And I think the Niners are really going to stand by that because we saw that, with the whole offseason thing where it's like they're tired of paying guys that aren't doing anything for them. And so that's why that they were like, okay, we will pay Kittle early, we'll pay Warner early, and then we'll pay Brock Purdy. So I think those are the three guys I think that the Niners believe that are like actual core Niners and not, divas and gonna be acting all babyish, for a contract.
I feel like that's like a trend with these damn receivers. Once they get paid, they don't perform after that.
Yeah, and they just start acting so weird, and that's what I don't know. It's just so weird with Ayuk. This whole
thing. That I'm telling you right now. That unfortunately is us. As soon as we pay somebody, they just act like they don't know what they're doing. But my number one thing with this is, if he's gonna get cut him, get him out of the building. We can, destroy that contract, call it a day. Right. Life moves on. But the biggest thing is this puts us in a bind because I don't believe Trent Williams will be back next year. I believe Trent Williams is going to retire, and we need a first-round pick to be put onto a new left tackle because you ain't putting Spencer Burford out there as our future left tackle. That's what you're not doing. Yeah. And the only other thing.
Yep, Jason, good point.
Mm-hmm. My boy Dion.
The 49ers could possibly go after another receiver. Am I good?
You're like freezing in and out.
Yeah, you're good now. You're good now.
Okay. So long story short for me, period, point blank, we're in a bind. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do next year with the draft, what we're going to do next year with that first round pick. And I'm hoping that they still move in the direction of an offensive lineman and then get a receiver probably maybe in the second round. Because we're going to need somebody to go along with Pearsall because Jennings is going to be gone next year. And then we're going to, we're just going to have to replenished his receiving core just in general,
Right.
because we don't have anybody. The only person we have is Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, because right now you have Ricky Pearsall, Jordan Watkins, Demarcus Robinson's on a deal for one more year.
Yeah,
and
but
then
that's
obviously
not
Cowing is up and down
Also,
because of health. So.
this brings the question: now that we have this shit going on with BA, does that mean do the Niners bring back re-sign Jawan?
No, I think Jawan's gone because I think it's a similar thing with like Jennings kind of has that diva mentality a little. I'm not gonna say as high, as like Brandon Ayuk, because at least Jennings didn't, I don't think, post all that crazy social media stuff, but he made it known still that he did want to get, paid again. But yeah, I don't think Jennings is back.
Yeah, I don't think Jennings comes back either. I think Jennings is basically just kind of done. I don't think they want to deal with all the drama. They already dealt with that with BA. They probably like, we ain't doing that no more. So for me personally, cut the dude, get him out of our building, man. Let him go elsewhere. Let him do whatever he's going to do. I'm tired of it.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. But before we leave, if you guys haven't yet checked out the store already, please go over to our link. It's in the bio below. fanaticscreators.com/mypage/fairfaithfulpod. We are partnered up with Fanatics. You guys check out our storefront. We have a bunch of Fanatics gear on there that you could go ahead and get, and it helps us out and it helps Fanatics out as well. So go ahead and check that out. And then other than that, please hit that like, subscribe button. Like we say before, in the beginning of the show, really appreciates it. God damn it, God. Pause. Okay. Hit that like, subscribe button. Helps the algorithm. We appreciate it. We love it. And continue to watch us. And you guys hit that notification bell. You'll get that notification whenever we go live. Guys, last thoughts before we head out?
Go Niners, man. Go Niners.
Go Niners. Cut BA.
All right. And this is the freaking shit I was looking for today, and I couldn't find it. So we'll use it tomorrow after the game.
There you go.
I probably won't be on, so I'm just going to say real quick, I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. And I'm thankful to be able to, be on here whenever I can and talk ball with, Brandon, Dion, and I know he's not here too, but Christian as well. So
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Always, dude. It's always a pleasure. All right, guys. Until next time, enjoy the game tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back tomorrow to go over the game. Or no, sorry, not tomorrow. Monday night. If people are up, we'll see. All right. Until next time. Peace. Go Niners.
Go Niners.